Intel just launched 6 new Wildcat Lake processors, signaling a hard stop to the era of outdated budget laptops. For the past few years, buying a $500 laptop usually meant accepting a compromise. Manufacturers would often recycle 2 to 3-year-old architecture, dropping old Raptor Lake silicon into cheap plastic shells. Now, Intel is bringing its modern, highly efficient 18A manufacturing process, the exact same process used for their premium chips, down to the budget tier. This new silicon rolls out across the Core 3, Core 5, and Core 7 processor lines. Picking up a $500 laptop in 2026 no longer requires settling for hardware that is functionally obsolete right out of the box. With over 70 new laptop models hitting shelves this year, buyers are going to face a wall of confusing marketing pushing AI PCs. This chart outlines the tension in the market right now. You have to decide, buy a $600 Series 3 machine or spend almost double for a premium Ultra Copilot Plus laptop. Older budget processors sit down here in the bottom left, cheap but slow. The Core Ultra sits way up in the top right, demanding a heavy price tag for maximum processing and AI capabilities. The new Core Series 3 carves out a highly specific spot right here, incredibly affordable and efficient, but entirely lacking that heavy AI power. Overpay and you burn hundreds of dollars on AI features you never touch. Underpay and you choke your workflow when you actually need raw processing speed. This table compares the physical specs of the Ultra against the new Series 3. Looking at the architecture row, the Wildcat Lake chip caps out at just 6 cores, 2 performance cores and 4 efficiency cores, paired with a scaled-down Z3 graphics unit. By running fewer cores at a strict 15-watt base power, Intel squeezed out extreme efficiency. The Series 3 pushes 12.5 hours of continuous office productivity. That stretches even further outside of heavy workflows, hitting 18.5 hours for streaming Netflix or nearly 10 hours of nonstop Zoom video calls. The trade-off for that endurance is a hard ceiling on compute speed. Try to render a heavy video timeline or boot up a modern AAA game, and the smaller core count will immediately bottleneck. Intel deliberately sacrificed heavy multi-core processing to build an all-day battery workhorse. The tech industry now measures laptop AI processing speed in TOPS, or trillions of operations per second. Returning to our table, you can see the Series 3 NPU maxes out at 17 TOPS. That falls well short of Microsoft's strict 40 TOPS requirement to earn the Copilot Plus label. Falling under that threshold completely locks the laptop out of native Windows AI features, like advanced studio effects and Windows Recall. Recall is designed to constantly screenshot your activity to build a searchable database of everything you do on your machine. Many users consider the inherent security and privacy risks of that function to be a massive downside anyway. If you don't actively rely on local AI generation, missing out on that Copilot Plus badge is an easy way to shave hundreds of dollars off the price tag. Looking at the bottom of our chart, the Series 3 actually matches the Ultra tier on connectivity, carrying Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and up to dual Thunderbolt 4 ports. Seeing next-generation wireless speeds and professional-grade ports on a machine in the $500 to $700 range is rare. But those high-speed inputs come with a practical limit. A fast port only matters if the processor can handle the incoming data. If you plug in an external SSD and try to live edit 4K video, the 15-watt Series 3 processor will stall out long before you ever max out the bandwidth of that Thunderbolt port. You secure premium, future-proofed physical ports, but your real-world transfer and processing speeds remain tightly bound by the limits of the budget CPU. This final decision matrix cuts through the marketing. First question, are you a creative professional or local AI developer? If yes, follow the red branch. Running local large language models or heavy Adobe workloads demands 40+ TOPS and a higher power ceiling. Forcing heavy prosumer applications onto the strict power limits of Wildcat Lake results in severe lag and a broken workflow. But that is a highly specific use case, entirely separate from the daily reality of managing web apps, constant emails, and back-to-back video calls. For a creative professional, spending the extra $500 on the Core Ultra is a mandatory business expense. For almost anyone else, it's wasted hardware. Moving down the other side of our decision tree, we reach the standard users, students, families, and IT managers outfitting fleets of office machines. For this group, the recommendation lands firmly on the Core Series 3. If your routine requires endless web browser tabs, streaming online media content, and constant Zoom meetings, This hardware handles exactly what you throw at it. You do not need to worry that your machine is obsolete just because it lacks a Copilot Plus sticker on the retail box. Ignoring the AI hype grants you premium battery life and next-generation connectivity, keeping hundreds of dollars in your pocket.